Hey guys, welcome to the training on the Yealink T44. So getting started, we're going to go over all the buttons and what they do, some basic phone settings, how to answer and place a call, how to park a call, transfer a call, or put a call on hold, how to check your voicemail, and set up your greeting. So let's first look at all the buttons and what they do. I'm going to let this whole page load here and go through all these different options here. So getting started, this is what a version of the phone can look like. You guys are looking actually at my model in the office here. Just a note for you guys, for the most part, you guys are gonna have two of your extension key. I only have one, but you'll notice that I'm 313. So if a call comes in and another call starts coming in while I'm on the phone with the first person, I'm actually gonna have a second key that says 313. So I could push that to go between the two callers and just put either one on hold and go back to the other one. So that's something you guys will have. Some of you guys, depending on your configuration, may have a general mailbox key. So if you do have a button like that, if there's a message left, it'll be lit red like this key is here and say general mailbox. When there's a message there, you'll just push the key to listen. Your PIN number can be found at the end of this guide under the voicemail section, but it is by default 123654, just so you guys know. If you guys have a button like a page all, that would page like either speakers or the phones, just depending on your configuration. So if this button said page all, I could push that and it would do an announcement. So again, just depending on your configuration. Another configuration thing is potentially you might have a record key. If you have a button that says record, let's pretend it was this one. I could just press the record key. It would start the recording. When you push it again, it would stop it. Or when you hang up the phone, it would stop the recording and then it would send that recording to you. Coworker keys. Some of you guys might have coworker keys on your phone. If you do, they might be found on page like 2 or 3 as opposed to the first page, which a lot of times has like general mailbox keys, if that's a thing, might have mode keys, things like that. But if you guys push this button over here in the bottom right, that will take you between pages of keys. So here we have 1, 2, and 3. So if I push this button one time, that will take me to page 2, which will have keys like my coworkers on them. So just keep that in mind. That's what this button is for here. If they're on the phone, it'll be lit red. If they're not on the phone, they'll be green, and you can always push it to call them whenever. Park keys, those are holds you guys can pick up anywhere. So on my particular phone, I actually have 3 different park keys, 980, 981, and 982, and then I have a button for parking those calls. So basically, we're going to go over it a little bit, but I could put a call on park, and then anybody in the building could push the park 980 button to pick it up, or they can open up their cell phone app and dial 980 to pick up that call. So pretty cool on that. Another configuration thing you might have, just again, depending on your design, is possibly a pickup key. So I just like to mention that one as well. If you have a button on your phone that says pickup, again, would be one of these. That would just allow you to answer any ringing call. That's pretty much it. Down here, these are soft keys. They just change based on what you're doing, like a smartphone. So when my phone's on hook, I'm not on a call, I can look at call history. I can look at my directory. I can go in do not disturb, or I can go in the menu. The menu has various options in there, like changing your background or your ringtone. So if you go to menu, there's one called basic. You can use this guy right here to navigate, and there's enter and cancel. Down here on the side, these are going to be fixed keys, so you can mute yourself and unmute. If you have a headset, you can use that to answer or hang up. This is your voicemail key, so you can press that to access your voicemail. This is redial, that is speakerphone, and this is your volume up and down. So feel free to adjust that accordingly. Live call features, so answering, transferring, placing calls on hold, all that good stuff. So first and foremost, let me let this whole page load. Oh, I went too far. If a call comes in, you guys can see that right here with the caller ID. You guys can choose to answer the call. It will have information, like if they're calling a call group, it will say that, like if you have multiple companies within your own where it's like Jay Halterman is calling XYZ company or Jay Halterman's calling ABC company, I would see that on the display. But here is the caller ID. I could choose to answer. I can reject it if I want to send it to voicemail, or I can silence the call. If you want to call outbound, it's just going to be area code and phone number. There isn't an access code to get out. It's just area code and phone number. If you need to call 911, it's just 911. And obviously to answer a call, lift your handset, press answer, or press speaker, whichever one you want. Conference calling. If you guys are actively on a call, you guys are going to see this in a future slide. But when you're actively on a call, instead of answer, forward, silence, you guys are going to have an option that says transfer, hold, and conference. If you press the conference button, which is where the silence button is now, that will put your first caller on hold. You can then dial the second caller or, push a button for your coworker if you have that. And then once they answer, you can press conference to tie everyone together. So it's just conference, person, conference. That's it. And these do support three-way conference calls. If you need more than that, you'd want to do like a meeting online or something. Holding and parking calls. So if you guys want to put a call on hold, just keep in mind that hold is a personal hold. That means only you can pick it up. So while you're actively online with the caller, the main three options are transfer, hold, and conference that will appear here. When you press hold, this is what it looks like. And then to resume it, you're just going to press the resume key. They do hear hold music while they're doing that, so they'll be content. If you want to do a universal hold, which means that anybody can pick that up, that's a park key. So if you guys press the park call button while you're actively online with the caller, it will then park the call for you. It works like a valet. What it does is it puts it in the first available spot. So in this case, if I press park call while I'm actively online with the caller, it will then tell me call parked on park 980 because that's the first one in the series. So once it does that, it's going to light the key up red for me on park 980, and then I can call the other person and say, hey, Sam, you got to call on park 980. So at that point, Sam can either push the red button to pick it up or dial 980, whichever one you want. Transferring calls. If you'd like to do a transfer, you just push the transfer key. So here's those main options I keep talking about: transfer, hold, and conference while you're actively on a call. If you guys press transfer, that's going to put the call on hold, and then you'll be able to dial an extension number or an outside number, whatever you want. You can even push a button for somebody. And then when you're ready to send it, you just press transfer again. So if you wanted to announce at first, it would just be transfer, push the button for your coworker, dial their extension, wait, tell them here's so-and-so, and then hit transfer to complete. If you don't want to wait, it's just transfer button or phone number and then transfer. That's it. If you guys want to send a call to someone's voicemail, you guys are going to press the transfer key and then the star key. That tells the system you want to put it in their voicemail. If you have a button for them, you can push that and you're done. You can hang up. If you don't have a button for them, it's transfer star. You'll dial their extension number and then this button will become send. You will do that to send the call and then you can hang up. Voicemail. Getting started with the voicemail box, your guys' PIN, as I mentioned at the very beginning, is 123654 followed by pound. So if you guys want to check your voicemail, you're gonna hit the message key right here. It will say, please enter your PIN followed by pound. So that's 123654 pound. At that point, she's gonna talk to you. She'll say to record a personal greeting, press 3. You'll do that, or I guess for personal options, press 3. And then she'll say to record a new greeting, press 1. So you'll hit that button. At that point, just follow the instructions. Make sure you do listen back to it and accept it or it won't save. And then for most of you guys who are taking part in voicemail to email, this is what it looks like. You'll have the transcript here. You'll have the audio attachment, the time and date, the caller ID, all that stuff right there. And of course, you could forward that email to someone else if you need it. How to contact us if you guys need issues. Obviously, make sure you guys talk to your local help desk admin, whoever contact, and they can reach out to us. There are three ways you guys can reach out to us. I've listed them all here. You can either call 816-470-2000 for support. This one also offers emergency support and after-hours support if you need it. You can visit our website here, and I put the link directly to open a ticket. So the support request is right here, and you can just fill out the form. It'll create a ticket for us. You can also email us at support@servicemark.net. So whichever is easier for